caught up with Jamieson Greer himself as he was heading into the office earlier today. Here is that exchange. How are the trade talks going with Canada, sir?
He's good progress for the talks.
Is there anything you're able to tell us about how it's going?
Just another day at USTR.
Can we tell Canadians for sure there is a deal on the table? We can't at this point. It's just a wait and see.
5 days, no deal.
Some sort of framework is going to be presented to U.S. President Donald Trump. And as you've also touched on, the Canadian side, sources have told CTV News, has signaled to U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer that if the tariffs were to go ahead on August 19th, it would make future trade talks very difficult.
And it could get worse.
The state of affairs, and here's a bit of that tape now. Mr. LeBlanc, have we rejected any proposals by the U.S.?
We're not talking about that.
Nobody's saying.
Experts are warning that the president's threatened new tariffs on Canada could drive wedges between the Canadian provinces, allowing the U.S. to try and exploit regional grievances in order to force trade concessions. One of the things the Americans want Canada to do is lift those boycotts on America.
So who blinks first?
President Donald Trump imposed 50% tariffs on Canada on hundreds of products, on Canadian products. Those tariffs are supposed to go into effect next Wednesday. The Canadian delegation is hoping to have those removed and not go into effect at all. They're also hoping to reduce the amount of the sectoral tariffs that are on Canadian autos, Canadian lumber, steel, and aluminum.
The clock is officially ticking down. We are just 2 days away from August 19th, when Donald Trump's massive 50% tariffs are scheduled to hit $20 billion worth of Canadian exports. Despite 4 emergency meetings in Washington over 3 weeks, Canada is refusing to back down and says no deal is better than a bad deal. Welcome back to Joshu Reaction. I am Frank John, and if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. To all my dedicated viewers across from the USA and Canada, our faith and we are firmly stand that in God we trust. Let's break down what's happening at the bargaining table. High-stakes trade talks between U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer and Canadian officials are continuing behind closed doors. Washington wants 3 main concessions. Canada must lift its retaliatory tariffs on American goods, remove the provincial boycott on U.S. alcohol, and make changes to its dairy supply rules. In return, Canada wants tariff relief on core industries like steel, aluminum, autos, and softwood lumber. But Canadian officials have made it clear if tariffs goes into effect on August 19th, future trade talks will be completely derailed. Experts warn that Washington is using a specific trade law to target individual Canadian provinces. Almost 60% of exports from Ontario and Quebec are facing tariff threats, compared to less than 5% in the Western Prairie provinces. The US strategy appears to be exploiting these regional differences to force concessions. On top of that, Wall Street analysts note that Trump often uses deadline pressure as a psychological negotiating tool to force fast concessions from trade partners. Canada's main bargaining chip has been its boycott of American alcohol, while 69% of Canadians supporting keep US liquor off store shelves. 2 provinces, Alberta and Saskatchewan, have already put US alcohol back on sale. Other provinces like Manitoba and BS insist they will only lift the ban if Canada secures major wins of lumber and manufacturing. Now, I want to ask all of you just simple 2 questions. Is Washington's deadline pressure working, or should Canada call Trump's bluff? Or should all Canadian provinces stick together on the alcohol boycott until a fair deal is signed? Tell me what you think in the comment section below, and thank you so much for watching Joshu Reaction, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Take care, talk soon, and I'll see you in the next breakdown. God bless America, God bless Canada. Bye bye.